He's done it!
Throws up the floater.
Oh, astonishing.
Pulls off three-pointer.
Welcome back to another episode of Off the Record. I'm your host, Bailey Jackson, joined by my co-host, Lachelle Smith, and we have got a full episode for y'all. You know the routine. It's that time of year. It's WNBA, it's college football, it's NFL. So we're going to touch on all of them today, and we're going to start off with some WNBA playoff action. Quick shout out to A'ja Wilson, because yesterday it was confirmed that she won. Not yesterday, this morning it was confirmed that
she got it on Friday. Like, the video they posted was like she knew she had won on Friday, but we all found out at the brink of dawn.
Yes.
This morning.
Yes. Shout out to her for winning her 4th MVP title, which makes her the only player in league history to win 4 MVPs. So W's in the chat for A'ja. With that being said, Wilson and the Aces have advanced to round 2 of the playoffs with the Lynx, Fever, and Mercury as well. We're going to get into some of the hottest storylines of WNBA playoffs. Indiana was the most improbable of the group to reach the semis. I want to know, do you think this Fever team will make it past the Aces? They've already won that first game, which is a shocker to a lot of WNBA fans out there. Shocker to myself. Lachelle, chat, what do you think? Is it looking promising for the Fever?
I mean, I was thoroughly impressed by what I saw in this game one. I did not expect them to go to Vegas and play how they played. They were in full control from the minute the game started. That shocked me. Do I have belief that will propel them to the championship? No. But I also feel bad doubting them because I have to respect the fact that they started game 1 of the semis so well against the Aces. And that's a tall task. I mean, Kelsey Mitchell was amazing. She's going to have to play like an MVP for them to win this series, point blank, period, which she's been doing really all season, even get them there. But they played fast today. Their guards were just active. You had Mitchell, you had Sims. I mean, you had good production from them in so many ways that had me looking at the Aces like, I think y'all just got caught napping a little bit. Like, and it could be the emotion of everything, right? A'ja gets the MVP. You know, that's a conversation. You just had a game 3 against the Storm. That was a 1-point game, and she had to drop 38 for you to even win that. I just think there was a lot of emotion. That it's kind of like similar to when teams have like banner night and then they end up getting like blew out that game because like the emotions of everything is just insane. So I think that played a big part. I was impressed, but I think the Aces will be fine going into game 2. I think Becky talked about all the things that they need to do, but the Fever look good. I can't be mad at it.
The Fever do look good. My one concern is I feel like this team has relied heavily on Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston to keep them alive. And when you're so deep into the season, how much longer can you rely on those two? I mean, their roster is so short at this point. That consistency going forward, you know, over this is, you know, best of 5 series, right? So the consistency going forward in these games, I just don't know if it's ultimately going to be there. Of course, I'm going to continue rooting for the Fever. I want to see them win, considering they are the underdogs, you know, in this entire playoff. So, you know, we'll see. I'm going to be realistic and say that the Aces are moving forward, you know, with my take and just with the way that this team is looking as well. You know, I said it once before, you know, coming off of 16 straight wins going into the postseason is nothing to play with. They're on a great hot streak right now. That momentum is high. So I'm looking at Aces going in, I don't know, Aces in 4?
I was going to say 4. I had to think about it because I'm like, they'll have to win game 2. They'll have to win game 3. Ooh. Because game 4 is going to be in Indiana.
Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah, like you start to think about it and it's kind of like, it's not necessarily that I think we're doubting the Aces. I think we both understand like home court is such a great thing. And like Indiana, you know it. Like that's a fan base. Like they're going to be loud. They're going to be proud. Like they're going to get active in there. So it's just like, do I believe that they'll be able to pull it off in 4? I can see 5. Okay. I have the Aces advancing. We're definitely going over what the number looks like. I mean, it changes a few things now because if they would have won today, I'm saying 3, get this thing over with. But now it's like you have to win now almost every game to make sure you're out of there in 4. I'm gonna go Aces in 5 because like I was impressed. I didn't expect that from the Ace. I really didn't. And I think the best quality is like they kind of can't hide who they have. Like who they have is what they got. So it's like I think Stephanie White is doing a great, game planning and coaching of the personnel that she has. Like you kind of can't mask anybody in the offense or the defense. It is what it is. Kelsey Mitchell is our 1. Aaliyah Boston is our 2. That 3 spot is going to go to whoever could fill in at that time. Our defense is our defense. You might get us caught slipping a few times, but we're going to play fast. We're going to be able to get to the basket. And that is scary. They know exactly who they are.
Mm-hmm.
The Aces worry me now. I don't like that I'm having doubts because I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like it one bit. I didn't like it.
That's fair. Hey, Aces in 5 for Lachelle, Aces in 4 for myself. Chat, chime in. What do you think? W on that take or L on that take? We're going to move on because we got Lynx, Mercury. How are you feeling about this matchup?
I like Phoenix a lot, Satu Sabali said that, or AT and her said it, like no one had us winning. And I was going to say I did. I believed y'all were going to beat the Liberty. So I'm not a part of the other crew of ESPN reporters that doubted you. But I have said from the jump that I had Minnesota winning the whole thing. They've been my favorites from the beginning, but I like Phoenix a lot. Does that change what I think? No. I have Minnesota winning in 4.
In 4? Okay.
Yeah.
And the Lynx won game 1. So I'm going to go Minnesota in 4 as well. That's a strong team. That's a strong team.
Yeah. It should go 5. If what we are anticipating, it should go 5. But something just tells me there's going to be one game by like one shot or something, and it's going to be like, oh yeah, it's not going 5. Like something wanky is going to happen. I just feel it. Yeah, like it's going to be something crazy, but both teams look really good today. Even though Minnesota won, I think they had a good gut check against Golden State. And I said it, on here, but to other people, like that was a trap series. You mess around, fooling around with Golden State, it made them have to sit up straight way quicker than they probably wanted to. So Minnesota, to me, has had a few reality checks already that I think other teams haven't had. Phoenix had to sit up straight, after they lost game 1. You got the Aces now having to sit up straight. Minnesota looked really disciplined towards the end of the game where I'm like, okay, they kind of understand like this is what it is. Like you're playing a physical team. They're fast. They got guards. AT, I mean, it's not many teams that are going to stop AT. They got Copper. They got Satu. But Minnesota, they looked good today. Really good for their first showing of game 1 of the semis.
Absolutely. So it's looking like you've got the Mercury in the final. I'm sorry, the Lynx in the final. Got the Aces in the final. Looks like we're on the same page. Chat, chime in. What do you think? Are we on to something or are we off? Spam W's if you agree with us and spam L's if you don't. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and move into a little college football recap for the week.
You've been waiting to do this. Oh my gosh.
Can I get a Hoosiers?
Is that really like the mating call?
It is. Hoosiers.
It's you doing it again.
I'm about to do it a 3rd time. I need somebody in the chat to join me.
I want an Indiana shirt now. Like
you got to get yourself the candy stripes. I want to feel part of the game. Yeah, you need to get yourself some candy stripe pants or some overalls or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I want that. I want to be part of the game. Yeah.
Hey, at Adidas, if you're watching, send Lachelle a pair so she can be a part of Hoosier Nation because man, oh man. What? Indiana winning 63-10. What a game. Can we get some dubs in the chat for Indiana? I don't know how many of y'all thought that this was going to be the game that it ultimately turned out to be. Of course, Illinois was a favorite. They were ranked 9. Indiana was ranked 19 going into this matchup. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not saying this because I'm from Indiana. I'm not saying this because I graduated a Hoosier. But putting the sports reporter hat on, putting the analytical hat on, I've been saying this for some time now. Indiana was not a fluke last year. And I need y'all to apologize to all the people who sat there and defended them time and time again, because this team is not a fluke. And looking at this team going into this year, I knew it was only going to go up. because they got Mendoza in the offseason. They got some other key pieces in the portal. This team was only going to get better. And sure enough, look at where we are. We're starting the season 4-0, knocking off 9-ranked Illinois. Going into this game, I thought Indiana had this. I genuinely did, but I never thought it was going to end up a blowout. I will say, if you look at Illinois the last 2 seasons, their biggest issue has been execution and depth, and that is exactly what we saw last night. There was inconsistency in the run game. There was inconsistency protecting their quarterback. They had lack of depth when it came to the secondary. Like I said, what I did not expect was a 63-10 final score. With that being said, the Hoosiers are now ranked 11 and Illinois is ranked 23. Lachelle, I want your reaction to this game because I know you picked Illinois. You went against the Hoosiers.
So let me be clear. I went against because even though Illinois was ranked higher, I thought they were the underdogs. Like, despite like the spread saying that they weren't, I was like, nah, I feel like they're the underdogs. So I was like, let me go with them, even though it wouldn't have been an upset. But in my mind, I'm like, let me just go with them. I was super impressed by what I saw from Indiana. I mean, they're fun to watch. They have a style of play that I think is very like old school like, but also new school. You brought up Mendoza. He was really good at Cal, and I was really impressed on how he orchestrated that offense and how he's orchestrating this offense. There's a vibe. There's a vibe that I thoroughly enjoyed watching. I mean, Illinois, good thing I didn't put no money on them, but like that was embarrassing. Like that everybody should walk home. Like,
the funny thing is they bust over from Champaign-Urbana. So imagine that's a 4+ maybe 5-hour bus ride back. I just want to know. I mean, was it crickets? Like, what was the vibe on that bus? Because like
that was bad.
I mean, it was bad to watch for them.
That was bad. It was nasty.
You saw the coach on the sideline folded over after that, 5th, 6th touchdown. Like, I mean, the disappointment on this team's face. I know they had one of their star players out. I don't really think that was so much of a contribution to their loss, but I mean, it just seemed like everything was just like, what is going on here with this?
It was a statement. It was a statement for Indiana. I mean, I respect that because I think any other school would have been like, okay, we're up. Like, let's stop trying to score, I like the fact that Curt Cignetti, we went over the name earlier because that last name is something. I like it though. But the fact that he's like, nah, run this thing on up. Like,
right.
If we're gonna, you're number 9, you're ranked high. Let's go ahead and run this thing up and send a message. And everyone's been talking about it. I mean, that's a lot of the conversation around college football. It was Indiana. It's Curt Cignetti. It's, whoa. Like you said, the question of like people saying last year was a fluke and this and that. It's like, nah, like that was just a stepping stone now. Like, I think you'll look at last year in a better perspective of like, they knew the weaknesses, they knew the strengths. All they did was fix these things. And now, however they finish this season, it could be very much an indication that this is a college football playoff team.
Absolutely. I do think that there is a really strong chance that we could see them going for a Big Ten title this year, in the playoffs again this year. They do have to face Oregon and Penn State, which I'm a little concerned about because
Oregon's rolling. Different.
Yeah, and that's an away game for IU. So that's a L, most likely.
You think? I don't know. Oregon's they scare me. They look better this year than they did last year. Like, terrifyingly better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a loss for Indiana for sure. On the road, I love this team and I have a lot of faith in them, but I do not see them beating Oregon.
Y'all could beat Penn.
You think so? Because that's an away game as well.
Drew Aller's been a little disappointing.
Okay.
Do you trust Indiana's defense against an offense like Penn State? If the answer is yes, then I believe it's a dub because Drew Aller's not playing well. So if you get stops, that's the ball game because you're gonna score at some point.
Yeah. I mean, the way that they were playing last night,
decent.
Yeah.
Maybe next week will tell us more because Penn State plays Oregon. So maybe that's like the litmus test for us. However they both perform against each other will probably give us a better perspective of like, okay, Indiana can either beat this team or this team.
Yeah, that's fair. I respect that. I think we do need to see that matchup to understand what the odds look like for IU. But at the current moment, I'm saying that both of those games are probably losses.
Dang.
I
I got y'all beating Penn. I got y'all beating Penn State.
oh no.
I just don't trust Drew. I don't trust Drew Aller right
Yeah.
now. But
That's
you're
fair.
like, no, you ain't got no belief. You over here talking about Hoosiers and you ain't got no belief.
I know I sound like a little bit of a hypocrite, don't I? I, I just, Lachelle,
Oregon is valid.
Oregon is
Oregon is valid.
yeah, I'm
That's
not gonna
valid.
stand down from that one.
But
Oregon
Penn
is
State, come
100%.
on.
I don't know. I'm putting the realist hat on. I've consistently put my realist hat on. I know this IU team. Like I said, I have a lot of faith in them. I do. I truly do. Like the way that they were playing defense last night, I think there's a possibility, but I'm not going to confidently say, yes, this team is beating Penn State at Penn State. That's
It
the
is
thing
hard.
too. Penn State at Penn, like that's Happy
different.
Valley is not an easy place to play.
Yeah.
So, that's just one thing to keep in mind. Fortunately, they don't have to play Ohio State this year, so it makes their schedule a little bit easier. But I do think those two teams will be a problem for them. But that doesn't go to say that they cannot reach a Big Ten title or the playoffs again. I do think that is in their future. But time will tell. Time will tell. We've got some takes about IU that we're going to hit from y'all a little bit later. But we're going to go ahead and transition into Clemson real quickly because they are just off to a bad start this season, losing to Syracuse on Saturday, 34-21. This marks their third loss so far this season. It's funny. We go back a couple episodes and we talked about who we thought are our dark horses, who we thought are our sleepers for this college football season. And I confidently said Clemson. Yeah.
And when you said that, did I ask you, like, did you trust Cade Klubnik? I feel
I remember.
Maybe that was because I was like, you trust Cade?
I don't know.
We got to go look back in the archives for that one. I have LSU beating Clemson, and I'm a big Cade Klubnik fan. I think he's really good. But something in me is saying everyone's going to watch the game Saturday and be like, oh, wow, this LSU team is actually really good.
The experience that these quarterbacks, the experience and the ability that both of these quarterbacks have, it puts pretty high expectations out there. And that's what's making me kind of 50-50 right now. I think at this point, Dabo has lost a lot of credibility. We saw it, just last week, him defending this team after that Georgia Tech loss. And then to show up and play Syracuse this week and having to get in the presser and start apologizing to everybody, it's a tough watch. And it seems like every time Dabo opens his mouth, it's kind of the same rhetoric, So this is a hot take. And I've said this before for other reasons, but I think it might be time for Dabo to walk. Chat, I want you to spam dubs if you agree and spam L's if you don't. Lachelle, what are your thoughts on that take?
I'm torn on it. I think a lot of what Clemson has built, as of recently, since Dabo being there, it is on the backs of him. It's kind of like the Nick Saban Alabama thing, kind of like you forget what it was like before that person came in and changed the program. And then when things start to kind of get a little bit difficult, it's very easy to be like, get him up out of here. Losing to Syracuse was a gut punch. And I think he understood that. I've been saying since the beginning of this season that there was a weird vibe with Dabo, not in terms of like his coaching style, but every game just feels important. And anytime I see a coach acting very emotional on the sideline, that's when I'm like, are there conversations being had? Like, what's happening here? If people go back and watch how Dabo was that first game of the season against LSU, very theatrical. Everything was dramatic. He's yelling, jumping. It's like everything was so big. And I was like, man, are conversations being had with him? Like, did boosters sit him down this season and say, hey, if we don't do this, this, and this is what it is. And I'm starting to believe that these have been conversations within the program, because even for him to go up there and say, if you don't want me here, let me walk, but I'm not going to a beach, I'll go coach somewhere else. I'm like, you don't say that unless you're responding to somebody. That somebody has either questioned you about, you staying, and you making it clear that, hey, you don't want me, let me go, but I'm going to go somewhere else, which I agree with him. Somebody else will hire Dabo, 100%. An SEC school, I could think of a few right now that are probably like, let us know if you're about to leave, because like you could just take over here. Like he understands that. But losing to Syracuse how they did, him being emotional after, I was like, ooh, I think the ticker is ticking. And I think he knows that. It might be time for them to split ways. I don't think he's lost the team more than probably the university. The players still speak very highly of him, and maybe it could be just old dog not wanting to adapt to new tricks. And now it's catching up to him. And it's like, maybe you just need to start somewhere fresh, adapt to those new tricks and become a new dog, but Dabo's still Dabo. I mean, people could critique and say he's had really great assistants, that he's not this, tactician of a head coach, but it's hard to build culture. It's hard to build program. It's easier said than done. We're seeing it with Alabama right now. Everybody was like, well, Nick doesn't want to adjust. Okay, well, what's the alternative? Now you got DeBoer. Now everyone's like, well, if I had $70 million and I won the lottery, I would get him. It's like, you can't, you got to understand what you're either keeping or leaving. But I think if Clemson has $60 million that they want to cough up by the end of this season, they can do that.
Yeah, that's the hard part, is that contract buyout. Somebody that said, I don't know, because is the grass really greener on the other side? And that's a great point, too.
Is it? Right?
That's a great point, because, ultimately for Clemson or for Dabo, what does that next journey look like for him, wherever that may be? Because like you said, he's a good coach. He's going to end up at another school if he does ultimately leave. There's no doubt he's going to get hired. You look at Clemson, who's the next person to come in? Like you said, he's built a reputation for that football team. I don't know if the grass is necessarily greener on the other side for either, to be honest with you.
Right. They might got to figure this marriage out. It's given they might, but it is feeling like he might be out. He's just emotional. I'm like, man, you haven't acted like this before in a really long time. Like, every game seems like life or death for him.
Yeah.
But that contract, 10-year, 150, that's insane. 60 million, then 57 million. If you try, you might got to figure this out.
Yeah.
you might got to let him stick it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge number that they're gonna have to put up, and I think that's a big question mark for Clemson. Is, are they willing to do that, or are they just gonna let this play out and see what happens? We'll see. Chat, let us know your thoughts. We're gonna go ahead and transition to a little NFL talk. I want to test where y'all are at when it comes to, we're in week 3 of the NFL. Instead of running it back and looking at some of these games that we had, I want to get a pulse check. I want to see who we feel are the top 5 teams in the league from our point of view and why. Okay, chat, here are the rules. You need to spam W's if you agree with our takes and spam L's if you don't. It's been a constant theme for this episode. So let's start from honorable mention, and we're going to go to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, so on and so forth. So we get to our number 1 overall. Starting with honorable mention, Lachelle, I'm going to pass it over to you. Do you have a team that you want to place?
Before we started the stream today, I told Bailey how I have no pulse or confidence in any team in the NFL right now, but I will try for the sake of this. Honorable mention, I'm not going to put Tampa Bay there because I actually probably would put them higher. Honorable mention, I'm going to go, you know what? I'll probably go Dallas. I don't know what the score is right now with Chicago, but
it's, last I saw, the Bears were up a decent amount, and I can check. I was honestly surprised the way that game was going when I left. Because
right.
The Bears, it's over, 31-14. Bears won.
These games are firing off fast. Chat, I don't know if it's just me and the concept of time. Every sporting event to me is ending so fast. It's quick. It is quick. I have literally at times went and walked to my car, came back, and the game is over. And I'm like, the game was just on the third quarter. It's right. I don't know. Everything's moving fast to me because I swear that game was first or second quarter before we got on.
Started. Yeah.
Now it's over. Crazy.
Now it's over.
Dang.
Traffic is probably forming as we speak right now. Soldier Field's right around the corner. But no, that game was a 3:25 kickoff. So the fact that it's over before 6:30 is actually kind
of... They're moving.
Yeah, they were moving. Ooh, Sorry, chat.
So yeah, I guess I'll stick with Dallas then.
Okay.
That sounds honorable. They just lost, maybe. Yeah.
It's funny that you brought up the Buccaneers because that's my honorable mention.
Really? I would have them like 3.
Oh, really? That high?
That's kind of crazy, ain't it? They keep winning these games. I don't understand how they're doing it, and it's amazing me.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'm curious to hear the rest of the list. So let's go ahead and get into pick number 5. Who do you have there?
Well, crap. Now I just thought about my 2 and my 1. And now that I'm thinking about it, they can't be 3. 5. I'm trying to think who's on my fantasy because I based my fantasy off of how well teams were playing.
Mm.
Oh, 5. I'm gonna go. No, the Bills are really good. Okay, so 5, I'll go Tampa Bay.
Okay. So you have Dallas, Tampa Bay. I'm going Chargers for 5. Moving in.
Okay, see, I have them higher.
You have them. Okay, so I'm interested to see as we kind of climb this ladder, how our will start to either potentially look alike or drastically vary. Okay, so at 4, I flipped my 4 based on the results of today. Who do you have?
4, I have Green Bay.
Same here. That lost the Browns.
Okay.
I had them higher. If you would have asked
the
question last week, Green Bay would have been my number 1. But after seeing them lose to the Browns, I brought them down real.
That was crazy.
Quickly. Yeah. We had to reevaluate. Okay, 3. I think we might be a little bit more aligned as we move up the list.
3, I have the Chargers.
Okay, 3, I have the Bills. So this is we're varying.
Really? See, okay.
Chat, come on, chime in here. Do you agree with these dubs? Or
let me find out. If I find out the team that I think you have at 1,
I'm curious who you. Okay, yeah. Okay. 2. Who do you have at 2?
2, I have the Ravens.
Same.
Okay.
Now I want to hear who you think I have at 1. I feel like
you're
obvious, but
I feel like your 1 is the Colts.
No.
Really? Okay.
No.
Good.
So okay, but you bring up a great point because this Colts team is different this year because 3-0 start to the season. I mean, we haven't seen that type of success. Maybe Andrew Luck era, maybe even Peyton Manning era. I mean, I would have to go back and look at the record, but I'm pleasantly surprised. Granted, the teams they played, Dolphins, they beat Tennessee today. Who was it last week? Oh, the Broncos. That's right. And that was barely a win for them. That was barely a win. So, I mean, 1 close game, 2 games against teams that just aren't really great. Put it nicely. I know I'm happy with what I'm seeing from the Colts, but I can't say that they are my number 1. Absolutely not. My number 1 is Philly.
Okay. My number 1's Buffalo.
Okay. Okay. So we had
some alignment.
We had some alignment. Yeah, just a little shift in where we put these teams. All right. Chat. Thank you for chiming in. Somebody said Denver for me when we couldn't figure that one out. Spam W's if you agree with our list. Like I said, spam L's if you disagree. We're going to go ahead and get into our week 4 predictions. We've got, starting off with the Thursday game, Seahawks Cardinals. Michelle, who are you thinking?
Cardinals.
I'm going to go Cardinals as well. We've got Vikings Steelers.
Vikings just sat there and blew out the Falcons. No, the Vikings didn't play the Falcons. They played the Bengals, but they blew them out too, though.
Nope. Oh, the Falcons. Wait. Say that one more time. Who played the Falcons and
blew them out today?
Oh,
the Falcons got smacked today.
Oh yeah, they played the Panthers.
Okay.
It was 30-0. I did not see that game, nor did I see that score. So this is live reaction for me. That's bad. Okay, wait. So then We're gonna come back to that in a second. So Vikings, Steelers, you chose Steelers. I think I'm gonna go Vikings on that one. Speaking of the Falcons,
Okay.
Commanders, Falcons.
Commanders.
Yeah, because after that beat down by Panthers, I'm have to choose the Commanders. Chargers, Giants.
Chargers.
I'm gonna go Chargers as well. We got Titans, Texans, AFC South matchup.
I'm gonna go Titans. The Texans look horrible. I mean, Titans look horrible too, but they can only go up from here.
It's really battle of the worst. Battle of the worst teams in the AFC South.
Yeah, they can only go up.
I'm gonna go Texans on that one. We got Eagles, Bucks.
Ooh, give me the Bucks.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I can't not choose the Eagles. I literally just put them at 1. So I'm gonna go Eagles.
Yeah.
That wouldn't make any sense if I was like, oh, Bucks, and they're my honorable mention. Okay. We've got Panthers, Patriots.
Patriots.
Same. We have Saints, Bills.
Bills.
Bills on my end. We got Jags, 49ers.
Oh, I might go Jags actually, because Brock Purdy's out for a little minute.
That's a good point.
I think.
Let me double check on that one. But I
think I'm gonna go Jags, which kind of sounds a little contrary to what my brain actually thinks.
Yeah, he's out. He might be back though next week. He's out this week.
I'll give the Jags a chance.
I'm not. I'm gonna give the 49ers. I'm giving it to the 49ers. Colts, Rams.
Oh, the Rams just lost today too. I don't know how they got walked down by the Eagles, but I'm gonna go Rams.
I'm gonna go Colts since they're on a hot streak right now. I feel
like gotta ride the train.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know about ride the train though. I ain't no bandwagon fan now.
It's still a train. Like fans are on trains. You guys,
you're right. I got
hey,
defensive
if
too
I would have
quickly.
said wagon, then yes.
Okay.
But I think like to me, I'm thinking like hype train. Like, oh, we're moving and grooving. Hop on the train.
That's
like
really bad.
Yeah. I'm all for it. I know you're a real fan. Trust me. You're the only person on here that has ever defended the
Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Like, trust me, we know. If we don't know, shoot, somebody ain't been paying attention. Like, you're an Indiana fan through and through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody else in the chat agrees with me. We got Indiana Jones. Okay. Bears, Raiders.
Oh, I'm gonna go Raiders.
I'm going to say Bears. I don't love that this is a away game for them, but I think with the momentum of today's game, they could look pretty good next weekend. Ravens, Chiefs. This is a good matchup, kind of ish.
I'm going to go Ravens.
I'm going to go Ravens too because the Chiefs haven't been impressing me this year. Packers, Cowboys. Ooh.
I'm going to go Pack. Is this in Dallas?
That's a good question. That's what I was thinking because this could be the return of Micah Parsons, but it depends.
I was going to pick Green Bay regardless, but like definitely knowing where it's at is just added extra drama.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I hope it's in Dallas. That would be fun.
Oh, that would be too good. That game is in Dallas.
It's going to be a lot of money put down on that game. Not from me, chat, but from the rest of you that got the money to be betting like that. That's going to be great.
Hey, we need a sportsbook partner in here to give us some free bets. So we can at least do a little. Because
I'm not losing my money.
No, absolutely. I hear you on that. I'm gonna go Packers on that one as well. We got Jets, Dolphins.
Jets. I'm not picking the Dolphins for anything right now.
Absolutely not. And last but not least, Bengals, Broncos.
I'm going Broncos. After how they just got smacked today.
Yeah,
it's not looking good without Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I was gonna say with Burrow, I can't choose the Bengals at the moment. I am going Broncos as well. Chat, that is our week 4 picks. Thank you for playing along with us. We appreciate you joining in the chat. Lachelle, I'm gonna go ahead and tee it off to you because it's our favorite segment of the night.
Chat, you already know what time it is. You dropped us some hot takes, some questions. You know what we usually do every week now. We put it on the IG page, and you just got to sit there and submit your hot take, your question, your opinion, and then we're going to sound off on it and be as truthful or as ruthless as possible because some of the stuff y'all be saying do be a little crazy, but we appreciate it, so keep doing it, okay? First one that we got, OSU is going back to back. No, they're not. Sorry to tell you that. Nope. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. Didn't drink it last year despite them winning. I'm not drinking it again. I'm staying consistent.
I would love that to happen. As much
Really?
as I'm an Indiana fan through and through, I'm also a Buckeye through and through.
Hmm.
But I don't think that with their quarterback this year, Julian Sayin, I don't see that in their future, unfortunately. Maybe give it a few more years because it's
They
what
waited a while for the one
I
that they just
know. It was
got.
a 10-year drought.
They
It's a
waited.
10-year drought.
They waited a minute for that one. They got to wait
Yeah,
again.
back to back though. I mean, you'll have why am I spacing on his name right now?
Chris
Uh,
Henry Jr.
mm-mm.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking about.
Um, their wide receiver. Why am I spacing? He's only a sophomore this year.
Oh, Jeremiah.
Thank you, Jeremiah Smith. Yeah. They'll have him for another 2 years. So I feel like as long as you got him in your pocket, you're in a somewhat good position. But not that he's the only person that could ultimately help him get back to a championship. But I'm just saying, with
Yeah.
development, you need a little bit more time under the belt for this quarterback. Have all these pieces come together, let it cook for, maybe this is the season for things to simmer. This is a young team that they're working with. So, yeah, I don't think that it's back to back, but I do think we could potentially see OSU in the Natty, maybe 3-4 more years. Not from
Yeah.
now, maybe.
Won't
Well,
be this year.
no, yeah, no, it won't be this year.
Won't be this year. Let that go. Let it die. Okay. I use a top 2 team. Not yet.
Oh,
Not yet.
yeah.
They're building momentum. Building momentum. They're on the upward trajectory. But top 2 right now, I don't know.
Two's a stretch.
I don't know.
Two's a major stretch. I mean, we talked
Yeah.
about how well they played yesterday. I'm gonna, like I said, stand behind this team through and through. But I said it earlier. I think Oregon and Penn State are gonna beat them. So I mean, even with that in the picture, like they're not a top 2 team.
Right.
If I'm putting two L's, you know what I mean, on their books.
Yeah. It would be hard to put them up there.
Yeah,
We're given 2 L's. Yeah. That would be tough.
Yeah. Somebody said maybe top 10. That win was impressive though. No, for sure. I think they'll hold their position in the AP poll top 10 for sure. What did I say that they're ranked? I think 11 right now. So
they jumped a lot of spaces.
Sure did. So yeah, top 10 is 100% realistic. But top 2, not this year.
Too early to say. But I don't know. However this season may shake out, that is a conversation we might have to circle back on because like anything could happen. As much as we're sitting here saying Oregon looks great, which they do, like if you beat Oregon and say you beat Penn State, conversations change.
Oh, for sure.
So like, as of right now, it's so early, but top 10, 100%. That's a great place to have them because I don't see them being higher than like a top 5, top 2, but top 10 for sure. They look great. I mean, they might just keep impressing us. And before you know it, we're coming back and saying they are a top 2 team.
Right. Hey,
that would be wild.
Fingers crossed. We're more than just a basketball school.
I know that's right. We're staying on the Indiana tip. Actually, for the next 2 that we have, you Indiana fans, man, y'all travel strong and proud. Do you hear me? Okay. Kurt Cignetti leading to have a better legacy at IU than Saban. Let's slow our roll, you guys. Let's slow our roll. Let's not do that because if I'm not mistaken, doesn't Nick Saban have that field named after him? Does he have a statue outside of Alabama?
He might. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see.
Because it's Brian Stadium. What is it? It's Field. Yeah, it's Nick Saban Field.
Mm-hmm.
Does he not have a statue? Yeah,
he does. Yeah. There's a statue there.
Yeah, you guys. Let's slow our roll, you guys. This man has a field and a statue, and he's still living.
Yeah.
They usually don't hand that stuff out. You know how stuff be going. He's alive and well and got to see all that. So I don't know, you guys. Wishing Kurt the best, though, but that might take a little minute. I'm going to just be real with you. He would have to create a whole dynasty starting now.
No, absolutely. I think that this isn't a super outlandish take only because Cignetti was at Alabama from 2007 to 2010 under Nick Saban as the wide receiver and recruiting coordinator. Wide receiver coach and recruiting coordinator. So he's had a chance to learn from the best. And if that 3-4 year stint spent at at Alabama was anything, hopefully it taught him something. Gave him some of that little Nick Saban touch.
Yeah,
Nick Saban
he's the one.
Strategy, power, excellence rubbed off on Cignetti because, I mean, like I said, he's spent some time there. So I'm not saying that this is a horrible take. I'm not saying that this is a great take. I think he will definitely have a legacy at IU, but no better than I don't think it's going to be better than Saban.
I mean, legendary place to try to create a legacy though. Like you look,
for sure.
like you know the football history. That's like you could create your own name there at Indiana. That's big.
Yeah, no, for sure. For a school that, I mean, I joke around like we are a basketball school at the end of the day. Like that's what we are known for. So for a school to never be placed on the map when it comes to the college football team, absolutely, that's a statement right there.
For sure.
But again, can't necessarily agree with this take. I appreciate it though. I appreciate the love and the enthusiasm for Indiana. Somebody in the chat said, "Let's win a natty first." That's a start.
Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Reasonable people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's start
we like that. Let's start there. You Indiana people and your proud takes. Here's the last one of the night. The Fever will win the championship.
Now, we said it earlier. We already gave you our predictions. Granted, you gave us these takes before the show started, so you didn't know what we were going to say. But you know where we stand now. And we both have this being a Lynx Aces matchup, meaning that the Aces will be beating the Fever in the semifinals. So can't sit here and agree with you on that one. But again, loud and proud for Indiana. We love to see it.
Absolutely.
Chat, we appreciate you. They have the Pacer playoff run magic with them.
We saw how that worked out.
Oh, don't say that because I ended with Tyrese out.
No offense to Tyrese. I definitely didn't want him getting injured whatsoever. But like they didn't win. So I mean, if that means the magic stops.
Yeah.
I could get it if they won. That's real magic.
Right.
But like they lost. So like that means the magic's gonna run out at some point. But we could be wrong, chat. Me and Bailey could be 100% wrong, and like the Fever end up beating the Aces, and then before we know it, we have like a Mercury Fever finals. That could happen. You never know. But
who knows?
We feel pretty confident. I don't have the Fever win. I didn't even have them making it this far. So honestly, I'm not the best person to ask.
Yeah, I
truly.
mean, nobody really did. The sports books didn't. They were the most improbable team to make it past that first round. So but I hope we're wrong. I mean, I would like to see them win a championship. That'd be really cool, but I don't think this year is their year. Let's get all of our players healthy and we can have that conversation. But on that note, we appreciate your hot takes as always, and we appreciate y'all joining us in the chat. Thank you for another night. We're live on Twitch every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific. So make sure to sub or hit that follow button. And if you miss part of the stream, don't worry. Every episode is posted on YouTube on Mondays at 5 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. Pacific. On that note, chat, we are out.